I just dropped the light. You guys will cry if you hear what Aperture charge for these little lights. They are super cool, but they are mad expensive. And I just dropped one. Ugh, not good. Also, that wasn't a good face for me. Anyway guys, welcome back to part 2 of the Q&A. Part 1 ran a little bit long. It's also extremely difficult and painful for me to try and edit my way around a Q&A with like graphics and your questions, and you guys absolutely crushed the questions. Now, one of the questions I did get is, what is this, you know, bananas looking round that you had on your Instagram? By the way, if you're not following me on Instagram at ImpactShooting, I'd love to have you over there. We share quite a bit of bonus content as well as story updates, how this situation's going. Ooh, do not be very sharp. Okay, so be careful. Anyway, we'll get to that in the Q&A. If you by some miracle are not subscribed with the notifications turned on, make sure you do that. I'm also going to do my best to answer some of your questions in the comments, so as soon as this video goes live, make sure you leave me a comment, a thumbs up, and I will get to your questions very slowly. Is eating a zebra the same as eating a horse? I've actually had horse. I've never had zebra. I was in Austria in Vienna in 2018, I believe. And I had a horse. I didn't have the whole horse, but I had some of a horse. And it was delicious, actually. Yeah, but no zebra yet. Right, Rory. Yes, I mentioned in one of my videos that I don't necessarily set parallax while on a stage. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't set parallax ever, okay? If I'm zeroing my rifle, I'm absolutely adjusting the parallax. I know you recently purchased a Razor 4.5 to 27, so yeah, I will absolutely max out that zoom, play with the parallax to get a crystal clear image if I'm shooting at one target. If I'm sort of doing a precision rifle stage, maybe I've got targets at 300 and 700 meters, I'll very likely just set it to infinity before the stage and just shoot the entire stage like that. If it's a prone stage, I might have time to fiddle with the parallax a little bit, but generally the plates are so big, the plates are generously sized, so the little bit of parallax that you're going to have there is not going to be a massive issue. Also, I backed the magnification down, if you guys remember that from our other video, so I generally find it's a little bit more forgiving for having just set your parallax on infinity and running with it. Rudolph asks, what is my opinion on barrel tuners? Now, you guys know there's a YouTube channel, Eric Cortina, and Eric actually makes barrel tuners. Now, these are 2 of Eric's tuners that he sent over for us to play with. However, I don't have my new rifles yet, and all my current rifles are threaded M18x1, and these are 5H24. So I'm super excited to play with those 2 tuners. So first of all, I feel like some guys might have a misconception of what this is all about. I think the real value here is for people shooting factory ammo. So if you're going out and you're shooting box 6.5 Creedmoor, you can tune it to your rifle. But if you're a good hand loader, that might just give you that tiny little bit of an edge at the end. But I mean, if your rifle's shooting little groups like this with your hand loads, I don't think you're gonna need one. Now, on this note, there's a couple of companies out there that have copied these, okay? Blatantly, like they look the same. Shame on you. Be original. What is the #1 mistake people make when reloading? I would say people overwork their brass. People set up their dies as per the little manufacturing booklet, and they don't know how to set up their dies properly, and they overwork their brass, and you're going to lose consistency, you're going to lose brass life, you're going to spend a lot of money, you're going to end up chasing your tail. So overworking brass and probably neck tension. I would say that's the 2 main things that people are doing wrong. If you want to check out more in-depth sort of reloading, I've obviously got my reloading course down below, and if you use the code RECOVER, it's going to help us fund, you know, this little exercise, because unfortunately some of our stuff was out of hospital, so it's been an expensive couple of days since the surgery. But yeah, overworking brass, neck tension, definitely. My course gives you a full breakdown exactly how to set up your dies, work your brass as little as possible, so you're going to extend maximum lifetime. In fact, I'm so confident in the course, if you follow my method of setting up your dies, your brass will last you so much longer and it'll pay for the course and then some. So make sure you guys check that out down below. Oh, this is a good one. Okay. What is my opinion on other manufacturers like Kydex Defense, Accuracy International, and would I ever go that route, or is a custom build better? That's a good question. Now, you guys know me, I like things that look fire, okay? It must look good. And that is like right up there with performing well for me. And that is just, I've been wired that way. I've always liked nice things. Now, having said that, the Kydex chassis, they're super good looking. They're sexy chassis. I love all the little lines and the stuff, and it looks tactical. To date, I think the Accuracy International, the AX chassis of theirs, the buttstock design, it's beautiful. So on that note, you guys know I'm an MDT through and through for competition. But that doesn't mean that I don't appreciate other nice things, you know. So those two brands specifically, I love how the Kydexes look, especially like if you're going bigger stuff like 375 Shytech and popping it into a Kydex. Gunworks did that rifle called the Hammer. I think they're on version 2 of that now, and it looked good. It's badass. I would love to have one of those in my safe. Then with regards to Accuracy International, you know, it's a good looking chassis, but there you gotta take the application in mind, you know. It's a sniper rifle for military service. That's what it was designed for. So for us to put a barrel action in there to shoot sort of competition, you know, it's not what it was designed for. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, speaking of that, I've got a mate who's got an Accuracy International for a Remington 700 chassis. So if you're looking for one, he's looking to move his and actually go over to an ACC. So if the AI is your style, I'm probably going to link that chassis down below on my website, and you can check that out. Not a firearm YouTube, people, just the chassis system. So I like them, to answer your question. And by the way, on that note, the new Accuracy International, you know, complete system for sort of precision rifle, I think it's cool. I do think though I could have made a better video with sort of my style of editing and shooting than they did. So if you guys know anybody at, you know, AI or Mile High, next time around they can send Pete a rifle and I'll make a cool video that they can use on their YouTube channel for them. And then it'll also give us a little bit of feedback. You know, obviously I've been shooting a Defiance action for a long time, great action. I'm going over to the bats now. It'll be interesting for me to, so obviously my wrist is going to be quite strange now, so I probably won't appreciate just how good those actions are, but it'll be a good thing to have a super ultra smooth bench rest action to have as little as possible friction for my wrist's healing, so that's going to be cool. But yeah, long story short, I'm not crazy about the Accuracy International action itself. I have shot a few. I'm not crazy about that action, but they're good rifles, and with the new chassis / competition setup, it looks good. I'm not gonna lie, I like it, especially the red one. So as I started in precision rifle, I shot that very first match, and we've actually spoken about this in a recent video. I came dead last. Then I went on like a long range shooting course. It wasn't a precision rifle course, and I just learned like the basics of ballistics. And again, like I mentioned in the previous video, wasn't the best course in the world, but it showed me what I needed to work on, and that was very important. So I went and I worked on those things. So pretty much self-taught from there. Yeah, and it's been an expensive journey. Let me put it to you guys that way. Because you make mistakes, and that's why I started this YouTube channel, because I was looking for content and I couldn't find it, and the ones that I did find, I was like, I could make that better maybe. Or at least appeal to a different sort of style of person, how they like to watch their videos. So yeah, for the most part, precision rifle, self-taught, absolutely. I would still love to go to attend a course. You know, I have my course obviously available, shameless plug, link down below, use coupon code RECOVER. But I absolutely, as soon as I can travel, my plan is to go to the States and get a course from, you know, a Hat Creek training or some sort of institution like that. I was just throwing a name out there of some training that I know that Brian Morgan offers in like the high elevation stuff like that. Stuff looks super cool to me. As soon as we sort of think, you know, I've sort of reached my ceiling, that's when, If you're not growing, you're dying. So I'm hungry for new knowledge, and I would love to attend like more formal training. Maybe not sort of precision rifle, or I'm even open to that, you know, that high elevation stuff. That looks super cool, and I'd be really pumped to do that. Advice for new shooters attending their first match. Is it a good idea to go out and buy all the gear? You run the risk of being the guy with all the gear and no idea, right? I don't know, if you can afford to buy the right stuff the first time, absolutely I would do that. Just make sure you buy the right stuff, you know, do your homework very well, because, you know, buying the good stuff in this case scenario also means that if you did buy the wrong thing but you bought a good thing, you could sell it for like a good deal still. But if you buy something crappy, the secondhand market for secondhand crappy stuff is not great. Okay, I don't have a problem with going out and getting everything if your budget allows that. Obviously everybody's different, but yeah, if you want to go, if you know the sport's for you, you want to go off the bat, then freaking go for it, dude. And I don't think anybody at a match is going to go, that guy's got all the gear but he's got no idea how to use it, and actually like frown upon that. In fact, what I have found is the people in this community are so willing to help. Yeah, and you're just going to be set up off the get-go with a good setup. Make sure though that you go buy all the gear and you set it up right, you know, because you can have the best stuff, but if your rifle setup's not good, then you're not going to be able to use that to its fullest capability. So finally, the moment you've been waiting for. Pete, what is this freaking monster of a round? Okay, so this, I'm going to try. Ow. Okay, let me try get that to focus. Okay, so this is actually a gift that's going out to our people of impact. Now at the back here, oh, that's really painful. It's got a little head stamp here. It says people of impact on the back. It's got my signature right there. I'm gonna roll it back to me. And then it says impact shooting on the side. Now these are going out to the POI members, the people of impact, the guys supporting the channel on an annual basis, on a monthly basis actually, you know, to help us create this kind of content. So this is just a small token of my appreciation. It's turned on our lathe from solid stainless steel. Okay, and we've sort of done our own bullet, and when I say we, I had nothing to do with this. This was all sculpt, like a custom ogive, like a high BC APW thing. It's a very stabby item, okay? So if you receive yours and you're part of the POI, please be careful. Okay, also, didn't really think it through with regards to international shipping, so that is going to be interesting. So if you don't receive yours, you probably know why. So I'm probably gonna have a gunsmith do like a letter for me, not a real round, you know. Yeah, so that's gonna be a little bit of a challenge. Anyway, guys, that's it for the video. Once again, thanks to everyone on the POI. Once again, thanks to MDT for making videos like this possible. It's been so much fun answering your questions. Make sure you ask me some more questions in the comments. I always try and, you know, stay on as the video goes live for like the first hour or so to get to your questions. And I do my best to read all the comments, so please do leave me your questions. Also like, subscribe, all the things for the algorithm. I would really appreciate that. I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you check out some of our other videos. And yeah, have a good one. God bless every single one of you. And thanks for watching. Bye.